Go. Can the Pittsburgh Steelers find the mojo to make a deep playoff run? Are the Dallas Cowboys on upset alert? And will Tom Brady once again be Tom Brady? Well, we'll try to find the answers to those questions and many others. It is the playoff time here, people. It's our Super Wildcard Weekend edition of Fantasy Football Fever starting right now.
15 seconds to air. Stand by all cameras.
Ready with slow motion and isolated cameras.
Stand by videotape and roll tape.
And tape is rolling in less than 5, in 3, 2, 1.
Take tape.
The Football Fever. First and foremost, I want to apologize to everyone out there. I had some very serious internet problems. I'm kind of still having them here and there. My landlady is actually supposed to be finding some different internet service, so I'll keep you abreast on that. But anyway, the playoffs are here, ladies and gentlemen. 32 teams started this thing back in September, and now we're down to the top 14. And I'm just about as ready for it as you are, and I'm sure that everyone I've got here in the room tonight is ready for the playoffs. We have Irene Neighbor, we got John Flynn, we have Nick Dennison, we have our commissioner John Natali, and we have Mr. Adam Goodwin with us. How's
AKA the
everybody
Joker.
doing?
Adam, aka the Joker. Get it right.
Adam the Joker. Okay. All right, I got you here. Well, we have got so much to talk about since we weren't here last week. So we got some hot topics to go ahead and dive into right now. So, Irene, you want to start us off?
Absolutely, and just for starters, we all send like I know this might be late news. We all send condolences and everything to John Maiden, and his family. So the first thing that I'm gonna bring up is, because it kind of made me a little nervous to hear about the death of John May. I'm
Man.
sorry, Madden. Yeah. So here's one headline that I found out was that they're going to continue the. Don't worry, because they will be continuing the series. Um, they're actually thinking to put him on the cover of the video game, which is really beautiful in itself. NFL fans are calling. And if whoever's watching this, please, there might be a petition you could sign or something. We want to see John Madden on the cover of Madden 23, please, because it's to honor him, and he's a wonderful person, and he's done a lot in his lifetime. So I just wanted to start off with that. He should be on the cover. EA Madden NFL. You could tag EA Madden NFL on your Twitter or your Facebook. He passed away, and it's very unfortunate news that we heard of. So with that, I'm going to go over more announcements that I have. Here's the other one. Okay, so NFL and FedEx is unveiling a 2021 FedEx Airing Ground NFL Players of the Year candidates for fan voting. FedEx is donating over $100,000 to support historical Black colleges and universities throughout the 2021 season. This includes they announced that quarterbacks Tom Brady, Justin Herbert, Matthew Stafford are the top finalists for the 2021 FedEx Air NFL Player of the Year. In order to, you could always check out Twitter. There's a lot of information on about.fedex.com about this. And this is pretty cool because this helps out university students. And it's a great way to, celebrate different things. And then on February 10th, there's going to be a 2-hour primetime award special on ESPN Plus and NFL Network from the YouTube theater at SoFi Entertainment District in Los Angeles. The other uh, headline that I was going to bring up: 2021 NFL regular season averaged 17.1 million viewers across the board, which is a really big deal because that's 370 billion total minutes consumed throughout the 2021 regular season. And that includes, the NFL networks and the channel, everything like that. And then let me just double check. I think there was something else that and as well, Jacksonville Jaguars hold the first pick in the 2022 NFL draft as well. And then the draft order, Jaguars got the first round. Detroit Lions got the second. Houston Texans got the third. I'm just going to read the top 10. Fourth was New York Jets. 5 is New York Giants. 6 is Carolina Panthers. 7 is the Chicago Bears. 8 is the Atlanta Falcons. 9 is Denver Broncos. And 10 is Seattle Seahawks.
So, and mind you, the Bears' first-round pick was traded to the Giants in order to for the Bears to get Justin Fields, and the Seahawks' first-round pick was traded to the Jets as part of the trade that sent Jamal Adams from the Jets to the Seahawks.
Oh yeah, and then also this is very important for everyone to know. This is a very important, this is going back to John Madden. The public memorial service is going to be on February 15th. If any, and it might be broadcasted potentially. I'm just gonna check this file here.
I would have to imagine that NFL Network will cover that if the championship parade is not scheduled for that day. It'll probably be because February 15th is 2 days after the Super Bowl, so it'll probably be the next day that for the victory parade if teams choose to have one.
And lastly, this is something I wanted to bring up too, is NFL and Legends to open up NFL Las Vegas presented by Visa Store at the Forum Shops at Caesar Palace. If I ever go to Las Vegas, I definitely want to visit this. They're opening a new shop at the Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas. And they have a pretty good selection, I've heard, and they're going to be offering deals and stuff for Visa card holders, and it's set to open the grand opening is in 2 days. And it's pretty cool, so definitely you want to check that out. And with that, I'm going to bring up the money lines and stuff for the
also
that.
they also are going to be, I heard rumors that they're going to be renaming the stadium after John Madden. Next year.
That would be fantastic.
That would be absolutely amazing. I think that would be a tremendous honor to rename Allegiant Stadium in honor of the late great John Madden. That would be awesome.
Because also, I heard also rumors that if the Raiders make it all the way, I'm just saying this, if they do, they're going to dedicate the winning trophy to the John Madden in their also the Super Bowl reign if they go all the way.
Yeah, well, that's a very good thing there.
And this time I wasn't being a joker.
Right. Anyway, I was going to bring up something here. I know Flynn can definitely help me on this one. So far, since the end of the season, there have been, I think, 3, 4, or 5 head coaches relieved of their duties.
I just wanted to show this. This is
actually,
a Super Bowl pin that I got in the mail. This is it's an official Super Bowl merchandise. that I just got
Ooh.
this pin. Yes, this pin. Oh, and by the way, I'm sorry,
Ah,
I
looks
forgot one
nice.
last thing that's really important. In case if Nick has to go to bed or something. Here we go.
Oh yes, we have.
Nick turns 25 today.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday
Birthday
to
to
you.
you.
To
Happy
you.
birthday
Birthday
Happy
to
to
birthday
you.
you.
Happy
to
birthday,
you.
sunshine.
Happy
Birthday,
birthday, dear
Happy
Nick.
birthday.
Dennis.
Happy birthday
Happy
to
Birthday to
you.
you.
birthday
And
to
more.
you.
Don't cry on
Yeah,
your
our
birthday.
man Nick is celebrating. Yes, our
Yeah.
man Nick is celebrating a birthday today.
The big 2-5.
And
Yeah.
yes, I'm not sure if I'm correct in saying this. I'm not sure if I'm correct in saying this, but ladies, I think he is single and available. So,
Oh no, 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 no. He has a girlfriend named Caroline. Sweet
oh, he has
Caroline.
a girlfriend.
Bum,
Ba
bum.
ba
Ba
ba.
ba ba.
Wait, hold on. Da, 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 da.
Yeah. All right. Well, happy birthday to you, Nick, and
Jeremy, my
hope you
flashlight.
had a great day. And your flashlight thing there. Yes, of course. Well,
Wait, Nick,
anyway,
blow the candle.
oh,
Blow it
you
out,
got
man.
a virtual candle there. Oh,
Go
it's
off,
not one of
Nick.
them trick candles, is it?
Shh.
Is
It
it one of
is.
those trick candles?
It is.
It
Happy
is, huh?
birthday, Nick.
All right. uh, okay. So sorry, ladies. Nicholas is he's happily taken. So sorry, ladies. I mean, he is a handsome guy. I mean, don't get me wrong.
Look at him. He's like,
But
oh, so cute.
anyway. Yeah. Well, anyway, going back to what I was going to, many coaches have lost their jobs. Probably the most notable, of course, being Matt Nagy being let go from the Bears, which I think was no surprise at all. They should have fired him 2 years ago at least. Um, Joe Judge, no longer the coach of the Giants.
Finally.
Yeah, thank God in St. Mary.
But,
We,
but one coaching release that really has my head scratching is
I would
Brian
say two.
Flores to Miami.
Yeah,
Yep.
I would actually say that's not the only one because the Houston Texans fired David Culley this afternoon, so that's what made it 8. So we have the Giants, the Bears, the Vikings. These are the 3 teams that are looking for new GMs and new head coaches, and then 5 other teams are looking for a new head coach. The Jaguars, the Dolphins, the Texans, the Denver Broncos, who fired Vic Fangio, and then the Raiders are probably not going to have Bisaccia beyond this year, but so because they'll probably look for a new coach. So those are the 8. So the 2 that really surprised me are the Dolphins firing Flores, but I mean, you really shouldn't be surprised because the Dolphins have a dopey owner in Stephen Ross who has no idea what the hell he's doing as the owner, and look, I think him firing Flores, it goes all about their disagreement on what the quarterback position is, because I think Stephen Ross wanted to pull the trigger and trade for Deshaun Watson, while Brian Flores was bent on having Tua start, and that's not an argument you want to have, and that's why I don't think the Dolphins' head coaching job is that attractive because of Stephen Ross.
My opinion also is I was surprised they finally, after how many years he's the coach of the Giants for?
2 years.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised they didn't even fire him in the first year to begin with.
So never should have been hired in the first place. And the reason the Giants got judged is because they decided to keep Dave Gettleman 2 extra years, and Dave Gettleman did more damage to the franchise in 4 years than exponentially more damage than Joe Judge did the first two. Now, so Joe Judge was dealt a terrible hand to begin with because he had no choice with his quarterback. He had no he had a bad roster and a team that was strapped for cash on the salary cap, and a lot of that had to do with Dave Gettleman and Dave Gettleman had no plan whatsoever as the general manager of the Giants, and I think Natalia would agree upon that. But what Natalia can agree on is the list of general managers' potential replacements. They are outstanding. You got you got Joe Shane of the Bills. You got I know they're interviewing.
He'd be my first choice.
He's actually my first choice too. So the Giants have 9 interviews set. So the Giants they interviewed Joe Shane and Arizona Cardinals Adrian Wilson, who I believe played for the Giants. I think
For a
one
very short time, yeah.
Yeah.
I think 2007, I want to say.
06.
Yes.
Oh,
06.
close.
Let's see. I know today they interviewed let's see, Quentin Harris, who was one of my top 3, and Ryan Poles.
Mm-hmm.
So I know, and then tomorrow I think they're interviewing Austin Fort and Calden, and then Ortiz is on Saturday, and Ortiz is one of my 3 choices, and I think if they hire one of those, the Giants are going to go from the worst general manager in the NFL to having one of the best.
Yeah, I mean, as long as they don't have anybody connected to New York, I'll take it.
Exactly, I agree.
Yeah. And I think the Mara's John Mara admitted in his press conference that changes to the process needed to be made for if the Giants want to contend sometime in the 2020s. But there is one team that if you listen to my Hooked on Sports podcast, I went ballistic on, and that's the Chicago Bears. And George McCaskey doesn't have any idea what's going on, and Ted Phillips is sans clue. And if Ted Phillips and Bill Polian are calling the shots in the general manager and head coaching search, I mean the Bears clearly did not learn their lessons in the Matt Nagy, Ryan Pace era. And I have questions. And I have questions for you. If you're Joe Shane, if you are Jeff Ireland, the Saints assistant general manager, are you taking the job if offered? I wouldn't. I wouldn't take the Bears GM job.
Nope.
I don't know, but I'll tell you one person that's getting interest is that would be Cowboys offensive coordinator Kellen Moore. I believe he has been I think he was being interviewed for the Jaguars coaching job, if I'm not mistaken.
I think no, didn't the Cowboys say no? Or might have been Dan Quinn, but regardless,
I think they had interest in Moore, but I don't think that Quinn was interested in leaving his current position as Cowboys defensive coordinator, and hopefully I don't think he'll leave because he has really made a difference in that offense.
Tim, you actually are right. The Jaguars did interview Kellen Moore. They were just rejected Dan Quinn.
Right. So. Yeah, but Dan Quinn really did a difference for those Cowboys because, of course, last year that defense was historically terrible. But this year it's been like a total 180. It's just been awesome. So, well, with that being said. There's nothing else to talk about, then I guess it's time to talk about Super Wild Card Weekend. I mean, we have got a total of 6 big games covering 3 days for the first time. 3 days for these playoff games.
And the very first Monday game.
Yes, absolutely. And y'all have to excuse me. Something's wrong with my throat. I don't know why, but I mean I'm feeling fine. But
Don't worry, ginger ale could help too, and like Pepsi-Cola lozenges. It's just the weather too. Sometimes it's just cold and yeah, but definitely the first game, that points out to me that Raiders versus the Bengals. I'm saying to myself, is that even
why
a
don't we why don't we go ahead and talk about that right now? Because that's the first one on my list. We got the Las Vegas Raiders and the Cincinnati Bengals. This will be at 4:30 Eastern Time on NBC. And we have the Bengals favored by 5.5.
Yeah, yes.
So why don't we
So,
go ahead and get this thing started?
yeah, and Tim, you see on the comments chat that I have the games. I commented all the games, so we can do do like
Right.
what you did last time. So it's this way
All right.
the folks know what game we're talking about.
Oh yes, absolutely. Okay. So we'll just go ahead and make our pick for these games, starting with the lovely Irene neighbor.
I'm gonna take, like I'm saying, like I said, this is a no-brainer. I'm gonna take the Bengals because the Raiders, they got to get their line in order here because this is with the coach situation and everything. Take the Bengals on this one. You can't lose.
All right, Flynn.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a closer game than a lot of people think for a couple of reasons. Number one, it's a playoff game, and then the way I think of the Raiders, it kind of reminds me a little bit of the last Giants championship team, right? Because there was so much drama that's been going on with the John Gruden firing and Rich Bisaccia taking over, to the Henry Ruggs incident, to losing 5 out of 6 games in November and December, and then turning their season around by winning 4 games in a row. That kind of sequence reminded me a lot of when the Giants had that wild 2011 regular season. And so and Derek Carr was the constant, just like Eli Manning was in 2011 for the Giants. So I think the Raiders are going to be competitive in this game, and I think Derek Carr is gonna play a solid game here. But I think when push comes to shove, I just think the Raiders defense has not did not play great against the Chargers, in my opinion. I think that the Raiders gave up more than 440 yards of offense to the Chargers in the game on Sunday night, and it took a Daniel Carlson game-winning field goal to knock out the Bengals in one of the crazier games we've seen in recent memory. But I'll take the team with the better quarterback, and I'll take the team with the better defense. I'll take the Bengals to win 28-24. So I'll take the points with Vegas.
All right then, Adam, what are you saying?
Do I go with the Cats meow or the Raiders ride?
Well, just
I'm gonna say an
just look at the
upset
money
special
line.
right now. The Raiders are gonna win by 3. Final score 28-30. Go Vegas, go.
Oh man, Adam is going with the Raiders to win by 3. The tally, what are you saying?
All right, let's see here. This one was actually kind of a tough one. The Bengals' last playoff win was 1990. This is going to be kind of a funny story I saw online. I'm going to copy this.
Yeah, and I don't believe the Raiders have not won a road playoff game since the 1980 AFC Championship game. They've not won a road playoff since 1980. So that 41 years ago.
Yep. It goes like this. This is going to sound really silly, but You're gonna hear me out at the end here. Bengals last playoff game, 1990. First text message, 1992. No man has ever sent a text message saying Bengals won. And that's not going to change here. You're not going to see any Bengals text messages. Give me the Raiders, 28-24.
Ooh,
Hey, guys.
that's an upset.
Wow.
Not my upset, though. I have an upset, but that'll be announced later. Not my upset.
Okay. All right, Nick, what are you saying, buddy?
Okay. If I have a very tough one.
Nick, you should pick the Bengals, in my opinion. Just look at that money line, man.
I'm gonna go for the Cincinnati Bengals on this one.
Yeah.
All right, Tim. Who do you got?
Well, I did some serious thought about this, and I think I can see a breakthrough here. They're going to do what Marvin Lewis could not do in all his years of coaching the Bengals. I can see the Bengals getting that playoff win. It's going to be I see a touchdown and an extra point is going to make a difference here. I got the Bengals winning over the Raiders by a score of 27-21. So I got the Bengals. Yes.
One question though. When was the last time that Cincinnati ever been to the playoffs?
6 years ago. They went to the playoffs 5 years in a row.
Oh, right.
And they lost in the first round every time.
Oh, that's right. I was thinking of wins. Never mind.
Yeah.
All right, I was just wondering.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just so sad about Marvin Lewis. He was a great coach, but the problem was every time his teams made it to the playoffs, they just couldn't get out of the first round. So, anyway, we have the nightcap for Saturday night. We have the New England Patriots versus the Buffalo Bills at 8:15 p.m. Eastern on CBS. And let me get back to this here. Back to the wait a minute. What am I looking at? Where is it?
That was a comment here.
Tim is looking for the comment.
Yeah.
Save that when we're talking about the Cowboy game, Tim.
I just pulled it up. I want to answer the guy's question. I believe he will throw 275 yards over.
I was actually looking for the line.
Buffalo's picked by 4 because the same line on the screen is the same line I gave you.
Right. It's Bills by 4 over the Patriots. So Irene, what do you got?
I think we all know the answer to this question.
Let's take a hit on a pipe dream. Was a fate or mistake? Cause the time ain't up yet. I paused my mind.
I think we have to answer the question. Show the answer.
I know. I'm gonna take the Patriots, and I got my own upset special.
Do you ever feel like a misfit? Everything.
Yeah, definitely the Patriots. They're gonna blow those Bills away.
Lacey, of course she's going.
Let's take a hit on a pipe dream. Was a fate or mistake? Cause the time ain't up yet. I paused my mind.
Of course she's picking the Patriots. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not the I don't have to think twice about this. I'm taking the Bills to win and cover. There's no way that Mac Jones will have to throw will be able to only throw 3 times or fewer. That's how they won that game. So the Bills are going to force Mac Jones to throw a lot more in Buffalo, and it's going to be cold if for Buffalo standards. So I think the edge there goes to Buffalo. I'll take the Bills -4 to win and cover. I think Josh Allen and I think Stephon Diggs have a big game. I'll take the Bills to win this game 23-16.
All right, so Flynn's taking the Bills, and Adam is taking the who?
Irene,
Yeah.
can you do me a big favor?
Yeah.
Play that sound again.
Which one? No, I
Oh,
can't.
you're not taking New England, are you?
Okay, sure.
No, I'm not taking New England or Buffalo.
Stick a hit on a pipe dream. Was a fate or mistake? Cause the time ain't up yet. A parts of my mind.
Yeah.
His pipe dream has been burst for a rookie quarterback. I'm going to pick Buffalo Wild Wings by a score of 33-10.
Wow.
Because I'm going to tell you the reason why. They both won one game apiece. And this isn't
I like this question. I like this question. Good timing.
And Mac Jones, I'm sorry, but go back to eating more mac and cheese. Sorry, go Buffalo.
So let's see with MJ23. Josh Allen over or under 250 yards? Very good question there, MJ.
I think the Bills are going to be running the football a little bit, so I'm going to go with the under, even though I'm picking Josh Allen to win.
I'm going to say over, but just by a hair, like 260.
All right, interesting question there. Thank you very much, MJ. And let's go to Nick to see who he has between the Patriots and the Bills.
Uh-oh.
Wow. First of all, Adam, why did you have to mention Buffalo Wild Wings?
Think about
That's a name they use.
My goodness.
That's a name they use.
Think about it. Buffalo Wild Wings, Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
Here's my pick.
So I guess he wants to. Oh, go ahead, Nick.
Oh, no. Your favorites on this one.
So who was he going for?
Yeah, apparently he likes the Patriots.
Apparently he likes the Patriots. Okay. Kamish, what do you got?
Yeah, this one is going to be an interesting one. I will admit, I didn't think New England was going to make the playoffs initially. Well, I mean, I put them in, then I took them out. And I should have just put them in there. I would have been right the first time. This is going to be an interesting one. I think it's going to go down to the wire, but in the end, I got to give it to the legs of Josh Allen. So give me Josh Allen and to get a game-winning touchdown on his feet, 26-20.
For me, I guess this is going to be a very, very interesting game here. And going through it back and forth, I think that the Buffalo Bills will be able to circle the wagons over the New England Patriots. So give me, oh my gosh, I'm yawning again. This is so unprofessional of me. I'm taking the Buffalo Bills to win this one by a score of 28-24. So I say New England will cover, but the Bills will overall get the victory there. That is your Saturday doubleheader. Now we go to our Sunday triple header. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. And starting off the Sunday matchup at 11 a.m. Eastern, we have the Philadelphia Eagles, or of course, as I like to call them, the Filthy Delphia Chickens, going up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with, of course, Irene's big.
Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play, like Julio with them.
Yeah, you just let's just make it clear right now. The Tom Brady and the Buccaneers are going to destroy the Philadelphia Chickens. We already know what's going to happen. So, and I'm also making this my bet of the week.
Monday, Monday, Monday.
Oh, we got the bet of the week. Oh, here we go. We got to do this one.
Yeah, but also bet of the week. Also.
Oh, definitely. So, I guess we really didn't have to ask Irene who she was gonna root for, but we can ask Flynn who he's going for.
So yeah, I think if the weather conditions were perfect, I would pick Tampa to win and cover. But it is going to be rainy and it's going to be windy in Tampa. So I think that will enable Philadelphia to keep the game close. Over under Jalen Hurts throws no interceptions. So yeah, I actually think this is actually part of my pick. So I think it's gonna be a close game. I think the Eagles are gonna find some actual success on the ground against Tampa with the way they've been playing. Although we need to see how Jason Kelce and Lane Johnson fare out in practice because neither one of them participated in practice yesterday. So I think I do think they'll be they're gonna find their way in based on the fact that Jason Kelce only played one snap and took himself out of the game just to continue his start streak as center. So I'm going to take the Eagles with the points, and I think the Eagles defense will play well enough to keep Tom Brady under 2 touchdowns. I'll take Tampa to win 22-17 over the Philadelphia Eagles. So Adam, who you got in this one?
As Irene said about the bet of the week. Hold on.
Here's the money pick.
My bet of the week is. I know Irene loves her, but I'm more better looking than Tom Brady. No offense, Irene. I'm picking the Buccaneers for a repeat, and the score is going to be 34-24. Chickens, I'm sorry to tell you this, but go lay an egg somewhere else. And that is my bet. And that is my bet of the week.
Yep, the lock of the week graphic should be up.
Oh yeah, let's go ahead. His bet, and I bet his lock of the week right here.
Actually, it's not. That's not my lock of the week.
Oh, not the lock of the week. Okay.
That's not my lock of the week.
Oh, not the lock of the week. Well, okay.
Nope, you're gonna be surprised what it is.
All right, Natalie.
Yeah, this one was actually the easiest one for me to select. And I have no idea how the Eagles made the playoffs. I'll give them credit where credit is due, but there is no way in hell they're beating the Bucs. This is definitely my lock of the week. Give me the Bucs to win 34-13.
Huh.
Yeah, I just have to excuse me. I had to send a message here to this MJ here. This is my message to him. If we'll be able to show it here.
Die, chickens, die.
Yeah, they say fly, eagles fly. I say die, chickens die.
Question though:
And
how do you like your
let's go
chicken
ahead and
cooked?
I actually like chicken legs, but let's go ahead and make this Natalie's lock of the week right here. We'll go ahead and lock that one up, and we'll go to Nick. Oh,
He's
wait a
actually not
minute. I
here.
got to bring him back in. Oh, stupid me. I forgot to bring him back in. He says device is not connected. So Nick, if you want to send your what's that? Device is not connected. Uh,
There we go.
okay, let's see.
Yeah, that
See if we can get old Nick back in here. All right, Nick. Talking about the Eagles and the Buccaneers. Who you got?
Go back to Eagles.
So he's going with the Eagles.
No, Buccaneers.
No, he's going with Buccaneers. Are you also going to make that your lock of the
He's
week?
going with the Bucs.
Wait, hold on. Are you also making that your lock of the week, possibly, or no?
I haven't even done that before.
Oh, yeah, here.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right.
Oh,
All right. Well. It's up to me now, and I'll tell you what. During the latter part of the season, Philadelphia was they were doing pretty good, but twice this year, oh, this made me so happy. First, they lost to the Cowboys at AT&T Stadium on a Monday night game, which I, of course, got to see live. And then just last week, final game of the season, we go to the link and we tarred and feathered those chickens. And how they got into the playoffs, well, your guess is as good as mine. I think only those Eagle fans know. But anyway, they're going up against the GOAT. They're going up against the one and only Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. My final score is Buccaneers 35, Eagles 24. Sorry, Philly. Sorry about that.
I'm surprised you still remember his full name.
Oh no. We all know about this. Yeah, we know it's been over 25 years since my boys got to hold that trophy. Yeah, it is tough being a Cowboy fan, but hey, there's no other fan I'd rather be. I ride and die with my boys. I represent America's team 24/7, 365. Twice on Sunday, or twice on game day, I guess. And well, speaking of the Cowboys, oh my gosh, am I doing okay despite my voice?
You're doing okay.
Yeah, I still hear you okay.
Yeah, me too.
All right, thanks, because my voice is a little bit scratchy, so y'all have to bear with me on this. And speaking of which, we have which is probably going to be the game of the week, and not just because my boys are playing in it, but it is the Sunday afternoon game at 4:30 Eastern on CBS. The San Francisco 49ers and the Dallas Cowboys, and the Cowboys, they're only picked by 3 in this one. So this is pretty much the game of the week here. So Irene, who do you got in this one?
For San Francisco versus the Cowboys?
Yep.
I'm gonna have
That's right.
okay, and listen. and I'm being honest, I'm not trying to be salty with this pick, but for sure the Cowboys, because you know what? It's time for them to shine. Okay, please, Dak Prescott, and you got some really good players on there. Let's elevate the playing field a little bit. I really want to see the Cowboys take them down. They have a fair shot. Let them just wipe them out. You know, I mean, it should be a no brainer for them, and I'm rooting for them. You know, and I was never a Cowboys fan to begin with. Okay, but this, just let them win this. You know what I'm saying? Let them go on, because they gotta go.
Yeah, we got you there. So Irene's gonna be picking the Cowboys. Flynn, who you got in this classic matchup?
Yeah, and it's only appropriate that this is the main CBS game because when you think of all the famous 49ers Cowboys games, they were all on CBS in the 80s and early 90s, with the exception of the last NFC Championship game, where the first year Fox picked up the NFC package. So and this actually the only matchup between this weekend between two teams that did not see each other during the regular season. So I think in that regard, that's gonna be fun. And then then you look at these two teams and the way the 49ers got in there, and the Cowboys were winning the division easily. So and I give the 49ers a lot of credit. So I think now in this game, so Trent Williams did return to practice, as did Elijah Mitchell, which I think is a really big deal. And Nick Bosa it did not practice only because of rest. So I think whenever you have your doubts, and this philosophy has never failed with me in the playoffs. Well, when in doubt, you pick the team with the better coach and the better defense, and you pick against the team that will always that will never let you down. In another accident waiting to happen. You know where I'm going with this, Tim. Get that graphic ready. You know what's happening. What can go wrong will go wrong. I'm gonna take the 49ers in an upset. Niners 30, Cowboys.
Oh my gosh.
Just
so
wait.
What was the score you
wait.
gave there? So, say, Flynn, what was your score?
49ers 30, Cowboys 26.
Okay, got you out there, brother. Okay, Adam.
Oh, man. Can you come back to me on this one?
I
No
suppose we could.
I didn't know who to pick.
Vitaly?
Yeah, this one was actually the hardest game for me to decide. It's a very interesting 90s rivalry. Classic. Yeah, this was kind of a coin flip for me, but this is actually going to be a first. Believe it or not, Flynn and I have the same upset special. I have the 49ers also, 28-27.
And we said in the open, is Dallas on upset alert? That's what you said at the start.
Yep.
Yep. Yes, I sure did. So, Nick, who you got here?
Okay, that's making sure y'all can hear me. So, Cowboys. Of taking the 49ers down. Go Cowboys.
Yeah, he's taking the Cowboys.
So he's taking the Cowboys. Okay, I don't know if Adam's made his pick yet, but of course I gotta defend my boys. I think this playoff is going to be just a little bit slightly different than the last few playoffs the Cowboys have been. Although they've not been in that many playoffs games since the last time they won a Super Bowl. And the last time the Cowboys faced the 49ers in the playoffs was in the 94 playoff season in the NFC Championship game. The 49ers won that one with a young quarterback. Well, he wasn't just a young quarterback because that was his last name. His name was Steve Young.
But
Of course, that guy, and of course he's now in the Hall of Fame. But this is going to be different. I mean, I'm still afraid for the offense because they've been very good last 2 weeks, but just a little inconsistent the previous 5 to 6 weeks. But their defense has been very, very excellent so far this season. I hope to God that Dan Quinn stays as defensive coordinator. And because of that, I'm taking my Cowboys. It will be a field goal by Greg the Leg that could win it for the Cowboys, although a lot of people think that it could be Greg the Leg that loses the game for the Cowboys. But I'm going with the Cowboys by a score of 30-27.
Okay.
So, Adam, go ahead.
Okay, we got the Prospectors versus the Boys, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I really want to see a battle between two former New England Patriots quarterbacks battling it out. And I love the Cowboys, but Tim, you're gonna hate me. I'm picking the Prospectors by a score of 28-20.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, we have a split decision here.
We're split here.
Oh, boy.
3-3, yeah.
And Tim, before you get to the next game, check your DM on Facebook because you're gonna say, Adam, I love you as a son.
Okay, hold on a second. Well, let me see. Here's okay. Well, we'll have to check. We'll check that later. Oh, well, thank you. That's very, 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 very nice of you. And I just got this message to show everyone here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just happy. Thank you. Aww.
Yeah. Thank you, Stephen A. Flynn.
Looks like Nick has to go for the night. His headphones ran out.
Okay, well, hopefully Nick had a very
Nick sent
happy
a message.
birthday. Okay, well, anyway, let's go to the nightcap of the Sunday games. This one will also be very, very interesting. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they are taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. That game will be at Arrowhead. And this, of course, is the biggest spread of the week. Chiefs by 12.5. So Irene, what do you got?
I'm going to take the Chiefs, please.
All right, Flynn.
Yeah, I think laying the lumber and taking the Chiefs to cover, I think it's actually pretty dangerous because the Steelers are going to come into this game tough. I think they're going to come in much more focused after losing 36-10 to Kansas City on 3 weeks just. Three weeks ago. So I think Pittsburgh's defensive line will keep them in the game for much of the game, led by T.J. Watt, who tied the NFL sack record with 22.5 sacks with tying the great Michael Strahan. So, but I think Mahomes and the Chiefs will pull away late. So this is the largest margin of victory I have for any team. So I'll take this. So this is pretty much by default my lock of the week. I'll take the Chiefs to win 26-16.
All right. So we'll have Flynn locking the Chiefs right here. Adam, who you got?
We got the Seal Country, Seal State versus the Was it the Chiefs? Ugh. I'm gonna say Steelers
An upset.
by a score of 28-10, and that is my lock of the week.
Upset special.
Okay. So he's actually picking the Steelers.
Yeah, he's picking the Steelers in a wild upset.
A wild upset indeed.
And that's my lock of the week.
Yeah. Wow.
So it's a lock and an upset special. Oh, he is going with a double whammy.
That's bold.
Very, very, very bold, I must say. Natalie.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
All right, Natalie, who you got?
I think he's frozen.
Yeah. Yeah, well, the Steelers made the playoffs by the skin of their teeth. That was crazy.
Yeah.
When I was watching that Chargers and Raiders game, I legit couldn't tell if they were trolling or if somebody was legitimately trying to win. That's what I couldn't figure out. Were they purposely trying to troll the Steelers or not? But as far as this game goes, I think the 12.5 is actually a tad high, believe it or not. I do think the Steelers are going to make it interesting, but I still see them losing this game. My score is actually pretty close to Flynn's. I do have 10-point spread, but 27-17.
Interesting. Well, I think this will be closer than what they say. Yeah, 12.5 might be a little bit. 12.5 is a little bit steep in my opinion. But I think that this is going to go back and forth. It's going to be a showdown. It's going to be probably the second best game of the week. But I'm going to take the Chiefs to win by a field goal this one. I'm taking the Chiefs by a score of 31-28. So, but you know, Big Ben, if he goes down, he ain't going down without a fight. And like I said, Big Ben will be a first ballot Hall of Famer, no doubt.
For sure.
Now we have one more game to talk about, and for the first time in history, we have a Monday night playoff game. And we got two NFC West teams facing off. It's the Los Angeles Rams, who are at home against the Arizona Cardinals. And the Rams are picked by 4. So, Irene, who you got here?
I'm going to take the Rams, please.
All right, Flynn.
This was. I said on my podcast today, this was the single toughest game of the week for me to pick because which quarterback do you trust more? And both teams have stumbled into the playoffs, not playing well. But I think if I were to trust one team more than the other, I'll take the Rams. Because I think they're home and I think they have the better coach and the better defense. Remember, when in doubt, you pick the team that has the better defense and the better coach in the playoffs. Rams win 20-17.
All right, Adam.
This is really hard for me because I went to school with the guy who plays for the Arizona Cardinals. He's a defender. I had to say my Cardinals by a score of 23-21.
Ooh, so he's getting the Cardinals here. All right, Natalie.
Yeah, this one's actually a pretty close one. This one could really go either way. I think it's definitely going to come down to the last drive. It's going to be back and forth. Initially during this series, the away team won both times. But although it could possibly end the same way, I think the streak of away winning ends here. I see the home team this time coming out on top. Rams win on a last-minute field goal, 34-31. It's going to be the highest combined point total for all the games.
Wow. Well, I kind of got this game going back and forth a little bit, but I think the Rams could pull away in the fourth quarter. I got the Rams winning this one by a score of 31-27.
I'm just surprised you didn't say this is
I-
your
so
upset
that-
week or your lock of the week.
Well, I've already locked up. Did I look up Tampa Bay or Kansas City? I can't remember, but they're both pretty good. So
It's about my lock of the week is always the largest blowout prediction in my mind. So that's what I use. So whatever final score is the largest is typically the lock of the week.
Yeah. Before we go, here's my playoff bracket. I don't know if you guys can see that too well, but let's assume I run the table.
If we can, Tim or Irene.
Okay, guys.
There's my bracket. So far, just a couple pieces there.
Yeah, we
might be a little hard to see though.
We can't see if we can. We can't.
Let's see if we can try to.
Hey, my writing is kind of sloppy. Let's see. I don't know if you guys can read that. That's what I have so far. That's assuming like I'm 100% correct. That's what I have.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I'm just going down the line. Let's see. Well, we know the Patriots. Like, let's say I'm 100%. Then the AFC wild cards for me would be. AFC divisionals would be Titans and Raiders and Chiefs and Bills. I initially had the Titans, but I'm changing my pick to the Raiders. Raiders upset the Chiefs. Then I have the Bills beating the Chiefs, making the AFC the Raiders and the Bills, with another upset of the Raiders winning. And then on the NFC side, let's just assume I'm 100% right. I would have the Packers facing the Niners and the Bucks facing the Rams. And then respectively, I have the Packers winning and the Rams winning, making the NFC Championship the Packers and the Rams. I have the Packers beating the Rams, and then Super Bowl, Packers versus Raiders, Packers.
Yeah. So if San Francisco beats Dallas and both you and I have Dallas winning that game, that would be a dangerous matchup for Green Bay because of the way San Francisco runs the ball and can go after the quarterback. That would be a dangerous matchup, and it's something the Packers can't take lightly, given that the 49ers almost beat Green Bay when they were down, and the recent history of the 49ers and the Packers in the playoffs, that they got crushed. The Packers did in 2 years ago by them in the NFC Championship game.
Yeah. Just for the heck of it, Flynn, what's your current Super Bowl prediction right now as it stands in the playoffs?
So then we agreed on everything, right? Or no, so I'd have Cincy and Tennessee, but then Buffalo, Kansas City. So then I think it would be a tricky game between Kansas City, between Cincinnati and Tennessee. But I would take Tennessee if things stand right now. Then I have Kansas City avenging the regular season loss. And then Kansas City and Tennessee in the AFC Championship game. But the game would be in Nashville because the Titans have the 1 seed. But I think Kansas City would beat them there. And then in the NFC, we'd have the same matchup. So I would take the Packers, and I would take. And the Rams-Bucks was my preseason NFC Championship game. But if that situation was to happen, they would only meet in a division round. But I had Tampa winning a potential NFC Championship game with the Rams. So then AFC title game would be a rematch between Tampa Bay and Green Bay. Then I have Green Bay over Tampa, and then would have Kansas City over Green Bay. But I was back and forth between the Packers and the Bucks for the preseason in the Super Bowl with the Rams not far behind, and isn't it funny, right? And Tim could be on this too, that every team that's playing this weekend has some form of a legit quarterback. Every team. Yeah, you got Joe Burrow with Cincinnati. You got you got Josh Allen. You got of course Brady and Dak and Mac Jones at the Patriots has been even the veteran Ben Roethlisberger and of course Mahomes and then Stafford and Murray and we're still waiting for Stafford to win his first playoff game. Remember, Stafford went to the playoffs 3 times with the Lions, and they each time they lost in the first round. Yes, right. And Adam Shine of SiriusXM says there are 2 types of teams in the NFL: teams that have a quarterback and teams that don't. And mostly the teams that make the playoffs are the teams that that have the quarterbacks. And this is something also too that I'm going to be stressing throughout the course of the rest of the way. And there is a common denominator with every championship winning team that I could recall since I became a football fan. That every single team that's won the Super Bowl has had 4 things: a great front 7 on defense, a strong offensive line, a turnover-free quarterback, and great coaching. Every single one of those teams has had all 4 of those components. Some have had weak secondaries, some have had strong secondaries. Some teams have had great wide receivers. Some relied on the ground game to get to the Super Bowl. But those are the 4 main common denominators, and I want you guys to watch the games and see who wins the line of scrimmage, because the team that wins the line of scrimmage in the playoffs almost always wins. Always, almost.
Oh, definitely.
Right there. Yeah. So, Tim, who's your Super Bowl prediction right now as it stands?
Well, I haven't really gone that far yet. I pretty much predicted that it would be Tampa Bay. And for the AFC, it'd probably be maybe either Buffalo or... actually, I predicted a rematch, Tampa Bay and Kansas City.
And I'm assuming Irene's gonna go Bucks and Patriots. I just have a feeling.
We know we know she's gonna pick Bucks Patriots and
all the time.
Yes.
So I guess we're a little bit all over the board, I guess.
It's and also isn't it funny that there was a 5-team short list I had of teams that could go to the Super Bowl, and the teams I had on my short list were Kansas City, Buffalo, Green Bay, Tampa Bay, and the Rams. And I have Kansas City, the Rams, I have Buffalo, and I have Tampa. I have all those teams winning. So should not be a surprise with that these teams are some of the best in the NFL.
Yeah, I would definitely agree. And I think with that, we are going to go ahead and close out this edition of Fantasy Football Fever. Oh, it is going to be a historic wild card. It's going to be one for the ages, and I think it's going to be absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
I want to thank Irene Namer, John Flynn, John Natale, our buddies Adam Goodwin and Nick Dennison. Once again, happy birthday, Nick. We'll be back here same time, same place next week. We'll kind of recap the wild card weekend and look forward to the divisional playoffs as we continue our march toward Super Bowl 56 at SoFi Stadium. That is, if SoFi does not have any COVID-19 issues between now and then. But hey, we'll be back next week. Thanks everybody. Thanks everybody for a great show. And thank all of you. And thank all of you for watching. This is Tim McClellan. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back next week, same time, same place. Till then, God bless you. Take care. Enjoy the games. And as always, be a good sport. See ya.
15 seconds to air. Stand by, all cameras.
Ready with slow motion and isolated cameras.
Stand by, videotape, and roll tape.
And tape is rolling in less than 5, in 3, 2, 1.
Take tape.